Salut! Today we're gonna talk about palm oil. Is palm oil really the reason we shouldn't eat Nutella, the thing we love to spread on our daily bread? We will find out in this course of the video. First off, some history to palm oil. Here in Borneo, where I'm at right now, where I'm working for 2 months, it's a big part of Borneo is rainforest, about 70% of the land. And actually the cut down of the rainforest is not because of palm oil. It started way earlier, maybe 100 years ago, with the demand of Europe for wood, for timber. So the timber industry started logging all the wood. And 70 years ago, then cocoa, rubber industry came. So the lockdown areas were now covered by plantations of cocoa and rubber. Only after that, in the 80s, so around 50 years ago, palm oil started to run the game because the demand in Europa arose. But why did this demand arise of palm oil, and why palm oil? I'll explain to you right now. Palm oil is regarded as one of the most effective oils there is out there. So it is much more effective than sunflower oil or olive oil. What do I mean by effective? Means the yield we receive. So that means if we have 1 hectare of palm oil plantation, it will give out about 10 times more harvest than if you have, so 10 times more oil than if you have an olive or sunflower oil plantation. Isn't this crazy? You have 10 times more result than with the traditional oils we have, like sunflower oils or olive oils. That means in this sense it's very effective. Of course, it's not only the holy grail, the palm oil industry, so it has its downsides because it's a monoculture. It doesn't have the diversity of the rainforest, means animals don't have the best life in there, they're just palm trees. Actually, elephants love the palm oil plantations because they can eat the palms, the dead palms. That's quite funny. So what I really want you to understand is the history of palm oil. So the timber industry and the palm oil industry is separate things. So the timber industry started way earlier and they caused all the deforestation in the rainforest. It's not the palm oil, it's a timber industry. So what should we do now? In Europe, we just blindly boycott the palm oil. Is this really the solution? What happens if we boycott palm oil? I'll tell you right now. So what is? Many plantation owners here will lose their job and all the workers too. Means just the next monoculture is gonna emerge, and for the first part they're just gonna be jobless and have no money to nourish their family. And another impact it has, it's bringing down the economy of Malaysia and Indonesia, which are main exporter of palm oil. So we're taking away their financial freedom. So that happens when we boycott palm oil. So I guess it's not the right solution, right? So what can we do actually? Still consume palm oil. It's fine. Like honestly, like if we let's say we ban palm oil, then we would have 10 times more land to have the same pot of Nutella, but just now it's sunflower oil in it. So we have to use 10 times more land for the same jar of Nutella than with palm oil. Isn't that crazy? So I think it makes more sense to stay with palm oil for the moment. There was just a giant ant on my toe, that's why I was looking. So I think that's really important to understand. So if you really care about the environment, I think it's more important to invest in sustainable projects like coexisting habitats for wildlife and plantations so what can we do if we really care about the environment? So for sure, not just blindly targeting the palm oil, but rather investing in projects that are actually sustainable. Like if you care about the wildlife, it makes sense to invest in projects that protect the rainforest that there still is, plant new trees around the palm oil plantation so there's corridors for the animals. An example for here in Borneo, what they did is they built wildlife corridors connecting big parts of the rainforest, so the elephants can walk through the corridor and no longer go through the palm oil plantation where they destroy everything. That helps a lot because so there is new green, so new rainforest for the elephants for the environment, and the elephants don't kill the profits of the palm oil owners, so a win-win situation. That would be an example of a good projects to invest. So that's really the main takeaway message I want to bring, that palm oil is not bad. It's not bad. If you want to have effective measures, invest in projects that are sustainable and save the wildlife in Borneo. Thanks for watching. Subscribe button is down below. See you in the next video.